Thanks for joining us on Media Week. Time for a look at the ratings. TV ratings, free-to-air TV first with James Manning from Media Week. This is week 46 already.
Yeah, look, the numbers are down quite a bit. The quick stat, week 46, 5 years ago, 40 shows made it to 1 million. This year, just 5. Partly because there was a lot better shows on 5 years ago. I don't think we'll see a similar end of the survey year next year. I think they'll save some big guns for the end of the ratings year, but we're not seeing this year.
And let's have a look at subscription TV. There's the top 10 as well. Grand Designs Australia. Again,
yep.
doing well for
Big
lifestyle.
Bang Theory in both charts, of course. Walking Dead, the executive producer, was out here this week. I had a quick chat to her. Just for doing fantastic business globally.
All right, let's just chat through some of the other news, particularly relating to TV this week. And, of course, big news, the funding cuts to ABC and SBS.
Sure, yeah. Look, they get quite a lot of money, these broadcasts. Something like $7 billion over 5 years for both of them. The ABC, $5.2 billion. It's going to drop down about 250 odd million over the 5 years, so reasonable cuts. Look, everybody was expecting these. The biggest political football to come out of this, if you like, in the commercial aspect is the argy-bargy over the extra ad time for for the SBS. It's not actually extra ad time. They get something like 120 minutes. They're allowed broadcast a day. They want to move some of that time into prime time, have less in some of the other hours. Commercial networks are up and putting on a real stink about this. Nobody's very happy about it, so it'll sort of test their lobbying powers to see where we go with this. Of course, they've always been very strong. Will they still have as powerful a voice in Canberra?
Before they were actually confirmed, the funding cuts, it was interesting, though, you were at the Screen Forever conference, and, of course, everyone was there, all the broadcasters, the production companies.
Yeah, Michael Abid, the head of SBS, said, look, he knew what the figures were, but he wasn't allowed to talk about it until the government put them out. Mark Scott from the ABC said as recently as yesterday, look, we only got confirmation of the figures during the minister's address and his speech on Wednesday.
Interesting. And for production companies, what does this mean?
At this stage, everybody's saying, look, we're not going to touch the content, we'll leave it alone, we'll continue to invest. So I think for the time being, it's business as usual for the production sector.
Just quickly on some sports rights news as well. 10 and Foxtel close to sharing the Formula One.
Yeah, it looks like 10 have still got a year to go on their deal with Formula One. From 2016 onwards, looks like another sharing deal between Fox Sports and Network 10.
Okay, and David Gingell also talking about the AFL sports rights, perhaps being up to $2 billion.
The AFL's never come out and said what they want, but a lot of people are thinking they might get $1.5 billion or more. David Gingell said, look, that'll be a complete joke. So.
Just in radio news too, we had ARN confirm Matt Tilley signing for the KISS Melbourne breakfast. Just some other news, of course, as well. There was a health scare for, of course, one of ARN's stars.
Yeah, look, Jones and Amanda Keller. Yeah, she took a day off. Very unlike her. She's had 2 this year, but she has hardly had any time off in the last 10 years. Yeah,
and it was interesting, of course, before that you spoke to her at the 10 up front.
Purely coincidental, Bridie.
Okay, good to know. She, of course, the host of The Living Room and also part of that top-rating FM breakfast show on WSFM. Here is James' interview with Amanda Keller.
Amanda Keller, The Living Room's coming to the end of another year. It's a long year for you guys.
Well, it's incredible. We get 40 eps a year, plus a couple of specials, and you think, isn't that wonderful? But part of you goes, oh, can it just end? So, I mean, I love the fact that Channel 10 has always said to us, we're commissioning it for this long, just go for it. And same again next year, 40 eps and a couple of specials. So when I wake from my coma after Christmas, when I hibernate, push out my tombian like bears do at the end. Have you heard of a tombian, James?
No, I haven't.
A tombian... This is a delightful conversation. It's what a bear packs into its behind when it hibernates, so the ants don't go in. That's what I'm going to be doing over summer, and then after that we'll be back and ready to go for The Living Room again.
You did a couple of specials, didn't you, as you mentioned on The Living Room. Have you wrapped filming for this year?
We're actually starting to do some stuff for next year now. So we've done our Christmas special. I don't want to alarm you, but as you know, Christmas in television terms happens very early in the year. So we've done our Christmas special and we're doing some stuff now for next year.
Have you been pitching any new shows? I know you've got a lot of spare time, Amanda Keller.
And a lot of great ideas. My new one, Underpants of the Rich and Famous, tonight. That show will be unmasked. And also Picking Pimples for Cash. It's a new game show, and I think it's going to be great.
One of the first guests, Brendan Jones, no doubt.
In the underpants or the pimples, you think? Well, we'll see how we go. He's got to carry a little bit of favour with me before I think about it.
Any tweaks to the Living Room format for 2015?
know of. The main four, the four musketeers, we remain the same. I think some bits and pieces that all move around us. I don't think there's any particular changes, but the main tenets of the show remain as they always were, which is just being stupid and enjoying yourself.
Now, Dr. Chris has got an interesting new challenge early next year. Will that affect his schedule with the living room?
Well, it depends if he gets a bowler. We shouldn't be laughing, isn't that terrible? I hope he remains a bowler free, and I hope if any monkeys are going to bite him, they don't touch that beautiful face.
A massive radio year for you and Jonesy, of course. Still number one FM station. You held your brilliant breakfast share in the last survey.
This has been our best year ever. And at the end of the year, this time last year, we were 3.5 points lower than we are this year. So even though we got pipped in breakfast by Kyle and Jackie O, we were thrilled to still maintain 9.9. So as I said, our best year ever. So we're going into the end of the year feeling good about next year because it's the beginning of a new contract and we all start again.
I know you don't like talking about money too much.
Bring it on.
And I'll try the question your boss wouldn't answer. Do you know anything about your new owners?
Wow. Who are they? See, I'm so non-political. We could have had new owners for the last year and I wouldn't know it either. Unless I have to wash someone else's car now, I'm really oblivious to all of that.
So you just focus on your craft and let the others decide.
My instrument, James, my craft and my instrument and my theatrical training.
Very good, James. Well done. Thank you so much for that. As always, James Manning there from Mediaweek. That's all we have time for from the team here. Thanks for your company.